Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name's Nick, and in today's video we'll be doing another unboxing. Now, in this box is the world's largest gecko, so let's get into it. This came from Major Reptiles. It is a Leachie Ana gecko. I will link his morph market down below. So let's get into this. It says the 1.0 Leachie Ana New Caledonia giant gecko. And let's see the little guy. Oh, okay, so here we go. We have a business card, Major Reptiles. Here's who you can contact. Nick Major's his name. Great name, really good name actually. But yeah, he was really good to work with, honestly, good to deal with. Was very responsive. So let's get into this. So the Leachie Ana gecko I got is a male Nu Ana, or Nu Ana? Yeah, I think it's Nu Ana. And this was one, I talked to him, I said, hey, I have a female which you guys have not met yet. What would you recommend for me wanting to breed these guys eventually? Okay, so this is a male Nu Ana Leachie gecko, and just the pinks on him are just amazing. Look at, I'm not gonna say it, but look at him. Just gorgeous. And he has a ton of Leachies up on Morph Market right now that are all just beautiful like this. And if you guys have questions, like you want to breed a certain locale or something like that, get a hold of him and he'll help you out. He helped me out. Like I said, he said, oh, you got a Nu Ana female, and I said, well, what do you think I should breed with, you know, to breed her? And he goes, well, stick with the locales. As pure as it can be is best. So he sent me this Nu Ana after I paid for it, of course. But just a really, really pretty Leachie. Good health. Looks good. Super responsive right now. Looks like the shipping went well. Alright guys, so now what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to get this little guy set up. The first thing I will be using is some Eco Earth as a substrate. That's plenty. Okay, so the reason that I use Eco Earth is once it's moist, it's really good at retaining humidity. These guys like quite a bit of humidity. I also have some air vents in here, so how I like to keep my Leachies, well, my other Leachie, is I'll kind of wet down one side pretty good, and then I'll kind of mist the other side as needed to keep it just damp. I've noticed that this has helped with the sheds, and my other Leachie seems to like it just fine without any other problems. So I'm gonna keep him like this. And the reason that we put in Eco Earth at the bottom here is because it holds humidity better than, say, a paper towel does. And since I'll be mainly just feeding him Pangea out of a little dish, I'm not too worried about him ingesting any of this. So next what we'll do is I'll come in here, and I want to provide him with a little ledge here. And then I'm going to put this right here as a little bit of support for him so he has something to climb on. And then what I will do is take a leaf and put it like that, and then leaf and put it like that. And then now we're going to give it a good mist. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to let the coconut fiber absorb some of that water for a little bit, just because I don't want to set them in here when it's all wet like this. The reason that we put in some of the leaves here is that if he feels like he needs to get away or hide for a little bit, being under a leaf is good, and that's good coverage for him. Now obviously this tote is just temporary. I'd say once he probably maybe triples in size from where he's at now, he's about 18 grams. That's when I'll move him into a tank. From the breeders that I've talked to and people that I've gotten my advice from, they've advised that they like it small, so keep it small, otherwise they get a little stressed out. And if you go too big too young, they may not eat, because they really don't move much. They're not like a little crested gecko that hunts all night. These guys seriously do not move much. My female is finally seeming like she's moving a little bit more now that she's about doubled in size since I got her. So that's just something that I've learned, and it's something that I've taken the advice of others from, and it's worked out well for me, so I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. So this is the setup that I've kind of gone with now for this one. Really basic, just give him a little log to sit on if he wants to, some leaves down here to hide under if he wants to, and then another little platform for him to sleep on if he wants to. Now, because I am using Eco Earth, and it's gonna be pretty humid, I don't want any mold to grow in here, so I'm gonna be adding some springtails and isopods. Now, just because I'm adding springtails and isopods, that does not mean that this is a bioactive setup, because a bioactive setup means I don't have to clean poop. Obviously, with this little guy, I'm gonna have to spot clean his poop. I don't want him sitting in here with it. So, like I said, this is just a temporary setup, and for now, this looks like it'll do really well. I might add another little like branch for him to climb on. We'll just see how it goes. Let's go ahead and introduce the little guy to his new home. Okay guys, so this is our new Leachie. If you have name suggestions, please drop them below. And what I'm actually gonna do real quick is I will go get his hopeful eventual girlfriend and would like to pair him to one day. They're both Nu Ana, local. She weighs about 25 grams and he weighs about 18. So you can kind of see a pretty big size difference between the two, even though it's only a couple grams. But the Leachies do bond to each other. And now there are some, there's some things that say they bond temporarily. There's some things that say they bond for a couple of years. I just hope that these guys bond for at least a season or two, or hopefully forever, honestly. But they're nowhere near breeding weight or age. So I'm really excited to grow these guys up and to see what they produce, hopefully in the future. But that is it for this video. Until next time, stay safe and stay positive, and I'll see you on the next one.